Welcome to Pensari Basketball. This is a forewarning. If you are a fan of Dennis Schroeder, get out. This is not going to be a fun live for you. And quite frankly, I am a little bit sick and tired of watching this team do this. Now, look, I've had a lot of issues with what this team has done over the last 2 years. I think they've waited too long. I think they've made a lot of mistakes. I don't want to say quietly by, as they patiently waited to trade OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam until their trade value dwindled down. I didn't sit patiently by. I complained about it the whole way through. And clearly, I have been complaining about Dennis Schroeder a lot throughout this year. Find him insufferable to watch play basketball. I usually get into a lot of trouble when I start out a live, kind of heated and upset. I don't understand what this team is doing sometimes. If you're featuring a guy, then fine. Maybe that's part of it. But to play Grady Dick 15 minutes, he played well today. Again, he played well. And to play Dennis Schroeder down the stretch as much as they did it actually makes me angry. Like, it makes me so pissed off. As a fan of this team, I cannot understand the excuses for this guy. Bruce Brown, I get it. He's had a lot of bad games for the Raptors. He's had some good games for the Raptors. Tonight, I think, was one of his better games. I think he was a really big part of what went right for the Raptors. Now, let's talk about what went right for the Raptors. Is this even going right? Have you checked Tankathon? Have you seen what the Memphis Grizzlies are doing? The team that you are desperately trying to avoid letting pass you. I mean, Charlotte was one of those teams that's worse than you. They were fully capable of winning this game. But we had to do a late rally. It's one thing to win in a way where things are clicking and you're like, wow, they found something here. I hope they can use this next year. It's another thing to win this way, where you play like ass pretty much the entire game, and then somehow you come through late stage, you dial up the effort. So many things to talk about with this game. Not a happy camper, by the way. I didn't want this win. I wanted this win in a particular way. Come out, feature your young guys, have a 20-point piece from Grady, get him 30 minutes. And if you win that way, great. But winning with Dennis Schroeder rolling the ball up the court over and over, running possessions like he means something to this team long term. Man, I said it on Twitter a couple of minutes ago. If they invented third round picks, I would trade him for a 2083 protected third round pick right now. That is how much I do not want Dennis Schroeder, Jalen McDaniels on this team anymore. Those two specifically. Bruce Brown, he can get out too. That's 3. Chris Boucher, thank you for your service. Get out. There is like an energy with these dudes that's just not sitting right with me right now. I feel like it's rubbing off on a lot of the younger players as well. It's really difficult to, with guys like Otto and Thad and Garrett Temple, I'm like, you know what? I get it. They're not in an ideal place in their careers to be on a team like this, but you need them, and they seem to be in good spirits. They're not sulking. They're not selfish. They play the right way. They're extending the coach's message. I get it. But with the rest of these guys, get these guys off the team. And allegedly, the Raptors have multiple offers for first-round picks for Bruce Brown. First one, done. Yeah, I like Chris's heart too. But you know what? He's just not. I'm gonna be careful how I say this. There is a lack. They were talking about AAU basketball. How guys who play AAU basketball, there was an entire quote from Darko Rajakovic about fundamentals being lost in the shuffle when guys are in AAU, etc. Well, RJ played AAU. Scottie played AAU. IQ played AAU. Fred played AAU. None of these guys have the basketball deficiencies necessarily of Dennis Schroeder, who did not play AAU. So let's not blame it all on AAU. I think the AAU system has its problems, but let's not be completely about AAU. I don't think Chris Boucher played AAU. How do you explain him? How do you explain Dennis? He didn't play AAU. How do you explain these guys? Basketball IQ is basketball IQ. Understanding, read and react to situations, just seeing the game, having good habits, having a good mindset, playing for your teammates, playing hard on defense. I don't think anyone really played hard on defense in this game. I think some guys were bigger culprits than others. Let's talk about it. I guess we could talk about it. And yes, to everyone, we will do a trade show. Let me say something good before I get into, dissecting this game. Congratulations to my buddy Goateology, my brother Goateology, past 100,000 subscribers. Bro, good for you. Amazing. Very proud of you. And I remember literally shouting out your channel like about, I want to say it was like 9 months ago. And I said, everyone, yo, there's a Scottie documentary, like this little doc video, whatever, on Scottie Barnes. It's really good. This guy, he has like 2 subscribers. Yeah, I was one of those 2 subscribers. And I remember very clearly, maybe I wasn't one of those 2 subscribers. I subscribed soon after to it. But I got to tell you, man, like, what an incredible growth, What an incredible growth. The consistency of the videos, the quality of the videos has been amazing. The last 2 videos have over 1 million views. So inspiring to see. And to anyone out there who is thinking about content creation, I'm not saying you're going to be him. You're definitely probably not going to be him, but you can achieve so much with that mentality of 1% better every single day. And he has just gotten so much better every single day. He's learned so much. He's pursuing every single day. He's learning more and more. I've had conversations with him in which we have talked about, various things that I can learn as well. And I'm learning too. So it's great. I'm very proud of him. So big shout out to Goateology. And yeah, absolutely. He did a little channel shout out to Pensar Basketball, which I really appreciate. We ended up getting like 40 subscribers out of nowhere today. I was like, we didn't make a video that popped off like this. And then I was like, oh, he gave us a little shout out. He often says that I'm the reason he does what he does. That's very nice of him. But I feel like the next chapter in our channel is going to be partially inspired by him as well, because through him, I think I'm learning a lot about the consistency of quality that is required for a YouTube channel to actually explode. So, what did Doug Smith say today? I don't know. I don't follow Doug Smith. I've been talking about Doug Smith being absolutely ass cheeks as a, what is he? Is he a writer? What is he? I don't know. Whatever he is, a beat grunt. I've been talking about him being ass cheeks as a beat grunt since 2004. I have the receipts. So 20 straight years hating. Never changed my mind. Okay, let's talk about this game for 1 sec. Call-in link is in the description below. Please call in if you got something to say. We got Lane waiting up. We will get to that. Okay. And KP, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Okay. The Raptors were losing this game pretty much handily. And then they flipped the switch. I believe the switch really got switched right here. Right here. This is a hover. I felt it. Right away. There was it wasn't complete. You're not going to see it on the score. But the shift was somewhere in the third quarter, mid-third quarter, where, suddenly Bruce Brown started to guard and RJ Barrett really started to guard in the early fourth. And I think those two were really instrumental. Jakob Poeltl was incredible down the stretch. I think, rotating, chasing his man. Obviously, Miles Bridges just goes off, right? And it goes to say, Leaky Black was starting for, Nick Richards, Leaky Black, Miles Bridges. This is a bad team, and you were losing to them badly. You made Miles Bridges look like LeBron James tonight. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Who do you blame for that? I don't know. I guess you can blame a lot of people. You can blame RJ's defense early on. It was pretty bad. Blame a lot of Scottie Barnes' defense tonight. It was not great. They get Nick Smith Jr. and Bryce McGowan's two young kids off the bench. PJ Washington had a really, really bad game. He missed a couple of open threes. Speaking of a guy who didn't miss an open three tonight, Brandon Miller. Someone was trying to tell me yesterday or the day before on a Twitter space that Brandon Miller currently is a top 100 player in the NBA. Shut up. God, shut up. They said he's better than Michael Porter Jr. And it made me so angry. I lost my mind. No, he's not, but he's so much better than I thought he would be. I think he fully deserves to go top 3. I don't know if he's going to be one of the 3 best players in this draft. This draft's pretty good. Wemby, Jaime, Pajimski. There's going to be a lot of really good players. Azar, Amen. There's going to be a lot. So I don't know if he's going to be a 3rd best player, but my take on like, oh, Scoot definitely over Brandon Miller. Oh my God, what are the Hornets thinking? I think I'm just very wrong on that, and I'll accept that. Brandon Miller has been so much better. I think I had him rated 6th on my draft board. He went 2nd, and I thought that was a bad move. I think he's firmly proved that he deserves to go top 3 in this draft. So he's been on a heater lately. He's been averaging like 30 on really solid efficiency. He put up really solid efficiency tonight, pretty much made all of his 2s. He got some fast break dunks, whatever. I'm really impressed with his compete level for a young kid on a bad team. I'm not seeing a lot of him just caving into the badness of them. I'm seeing him trying to rally his teammates. And for a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, that's very impressive. So big kudos to him. He played really well tonight. Of course, aforementioned Miles Bridges missed last year with the controversial. I mean, shit, man. I've seen the pictures. I'm not going to duck it. Like the horrible thing that he did. And then, yeah, he killed the Raptors tonight. And he was really, really good. But I think it's just partially the Raptors defense was really, really bad. In terms of the Raptors, I think you get a fairly competent night from Emmanuel Quickley. Got into the paint, got some paint touches. I think he played a little bit more off the ball today, which I think is more suited to his strengths. And, you know, he had one of his more efficient nights. 18 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. RJ Barrett, 23, 6 and 5. Really, you know, competent night. You know, getting into the paint, doing his drives, putting his head down. And he made 4 threes. That was huge. Huge. I don't think he missed a corner 3 tonight. He was great. Gary Trent Jr., 14 points on 13 shots. Again, continuing to shoot 50% from 3 as a starter. Just incredible. But 0 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. I know a lot of Gary steals are sometimes like the byproduct of, you know, the team defense. The team defense is non-existent right now. So he earned those steals tonight, in my opinion. Jakob Poeltl with a huge 12 and 12 with that 1 late block, 2 assists. I think Scottie was finding him a lot early. And Scottie Barnes, apart from the low light of the night, 2 low lights really for Scottie Barnes tonight. Number 1 was, I think, hitting the shot clock with one of his 3s late. That was incredibly bad. And then there was that corner 3 that he surrendered to Brandon Miller when the Raptors were effectively staging a comeback. And the Raptors were up at that point, and he pretty much just looked at Brandon Miller and said, no, I'm not going to rotate. That immediately prompts a timeout from Darko Rajakovic. I wonder what was said in that timeout, but that's inexcusable. If you're the leader, you want to be the leader, you want to win, you can't do this shit. You just can't. You can't just look at a guy. Like, this is what I got so upset with Pascal about early in the year, and I'm not going to be congruent as a human being if I'm not going to get upset if I'm going to be upset if Pascal's doing something or OG's doing something or Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett are doing something, then I got to be upset that Scottie's doing something. And his attention to detail, 10 to 12 plays a game, is alarmingly bad right now. Does that mean that he's not a good defender? Of course not. I know he's a good defender. He's been a good defender for most of his career. Something's off. It doesn't feel right. And, in terms of offensive process tonight for Scottie, he continues to get to the line a little bit more. We're seeing six free throw attempts, like this 5 for 6 number that keeps coming up with him. This is pretty much like you can start to bank on this on a night to night basis. If you look at his game log, it's pretty much been like this for a while now. Like, I wonder if they have his game log here. Do they have his game log? Yeah. So if you look at his game log, let's see. 5 for 6, 5 for 6. Then he had that one, against OKC where he just didn't get to the line, but 7 for 8, 5 for 6, 8 for 8, 4 for 5, 9 for 9. If you recall earlier in the season, this was not happening. Like 0 for 1, 0 for 0, 4 for 8, 3 for 3, 2 for 3, 4 for 8, 7 for 7. I mean, this look at this entire stretch of games here where he didn't get to the line 6 times once. And this was not a bad stretch of games. This was a good stretch of games for him where he was playing relatively well. Even early in the season when he was playing really, really well, you weren't seeing the free throw attempts, right? Look at it. 6, 4, 0, 3, 1, 4. There was a game against San Antonio where he took over really late, where he got to the line 11 times. Other than that, we were not seeing this consistent ability to get to the line 6 to 8 times. But over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 8 games, he's been averaging like 6.5 to 7 attempts a game. If he can get that up to 8, great. That's the separator, in my opinion, between him and Paolo offensively. Now, there are obviously advantages for Scottie, but the one advantage for Paolo, apart from, it's just that Paolo gets to the line. He's very physical. He gets to the line. Scottie needs to take a book out of his younger all-star teammates' book and get to the line. This is the thing that great scorers do. It's something we talked about with Brian Macon, his trainer, when he was on the show. And I'm happy to see him doing it. It's really good. But his defensive effort, I don't think tonight was nearly as passive for Scottie as the worst versions. But his effort on the glass has been really poor. Closeouts. Now, it's worth noting he is gassed to hell, right? Every jumper is short. You're seeing it, right? I'm not crazy. Any free throw he hits is in. Any free throw he misses, it's front rim. Any 3 he hits is in. Almost every 3 he misses is front rim, front rim, front rim, front rim, front rim. It's like literally repeatedly over and over, it's front rim. And I'm noticing this as a trend. He is not a bad shooter anymore. Like, I promise you, he's better than 1 for 5. He's like a 2 for 5, 3 for 5 every single night kind of guy. I think that Scottie will average like 38 to 40% from 3 for the rest of his career from this point on. So the shooting is real for me. The issue right now is dead legs. Like, he just doesn't have anything in his legs. And I think that he's just preserving it. He could have tendonitis. I have no idea. Could have some ankle soreness. No idea. Clearly a guy who plays through a lot of pain. But this idea that all the jump shots would be short right at the same time that his defensive effort and mobility around the court would be compromised at the same time that his rebounding would take a dip. Everything is signaling the same thing, which is he has no juice in those legs anymore. Earlier in the season, we saw it where he was just burstier, quicker. He felt, like just quick. There was and speaking of quickness, let's talk about that as the last thing. The Raptors play with a lack of force. It is so apparent that they play with a lack of force that any time any player on this team plays with any amount of force, it basically turns around the whole game. Tonight, Bruce Brown and RJ Barrett started to play with a little bit more force. What do I mean by force? I just mean quicker, just quicker. Like that game where Jordan Noir came off the bench. He just played quicker. He was playing quicker on defense. He was playing quicker on offense. And quicker doesn't always mean bad or good. It just means with force. Like he's crashing the glass with some energy, with some force. I don't understand why this team, I mean, granted, that chemistry will do that to you. A lack of trust of your teammates will do that to you. A long season will do that to you. You know, you're seeing it in the scores around the league. We're seeing fewer and fewer of these games going to 140, 150, right? And it's like we're seeing a lot of 100 to 108. People are tired. I get it. You know, playing at this pace, this frenetic pace for, 50 plus games. And the sucky part for Scottie, even though we're very, very happy he made the All-Star team, is that he's not going to get a break. So overall, I think that's something. In terms of the team stats, just do this one last thing. The Raptors shoot 53% from the field and 51% from three. They out-rebound the opponent. They outshoot the opponent. They get to the line more than the opponent. And they won by 6. How do you explain that? A few more turnovers. I think that might explain it. And 3-point volume, right? Like they just take more threes. So even though they shot 10% less, they took more threes. And then, of course, the offensive rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds for the Hornets, and they end up taking 9 more shots. That's really the game. So if you had lost this game, you probably would have lost the game in which you shot better from the field, better from three, and had more rebounds than the opponent. But because you give up offensive rebounds, because you have just silly possessions like that. And again, this is like not boxing out. Like Thaddeus Young, I think tonight was one of his worst games in parts. Like he lost his man a lot tonight. Nick Richards was just climbing his back. Miles Bridges was just climbing his back. Dennis Schroeder, I think, played like ass tonight. I don't care that he went 3 for 6 from 3. I don't care that he got 7 free throws. A lot of those came late when he was getting fouled. 16 points, 5 assists. Again, casual box score people. We know that casuals are not watching the games right now. This product is bad. So they're probably not watching it. I'm watching it. Dennis Schroeder sucks. Okay. His shot selection sucks. His defense is okay. His playmaking sucks. He misses open cutters all the fucking time. He slows down the game in transition. He does not milk advantages. He does not get like literally the one thing he's doing right now, which you can really, really benefit from. 2 things. Number one, he is one guy on your team who's consistently able to get a paint touch. Okay. I'm sorry. If you really, really want a guy who can get paint touches, there are guys in the G League who can do this for you. You don't need to go get Dennis Schroeder and have him try to author your offense. Number one. Number two, he's probably one of your more competent point of attack defenders right now, which is putting a lot less pressure on your bigs and your wings to have to help recover, rotate, etc. Because obviously the Raptors defensively are not on the same page right now. Their communications are late. Everything is late. There's a lot of, guys looking around at each other saying like, was that my man or was that your man? What you need is a guy to play with force. One guy who's been playing with force for the last month is Grady Dick. Play fucking Grady Dick. I am sick and tired of watching this guy get 15 minutes in these meaningless ass games. Nothing made me madder tonight than Grady Dick playing 15 minutes. Literally nothing. He was playing well. He hit every single shot. He had 6 points in 15 minutes. He took 2 shots. He made both shots. He was competent defensively. What the fuck? He is the 13th overall pick. And he deserves some fucking minutes on a team that is going absolutely nowhere. I cannot stand this. It is... Someone asked Darko Rajakovic what Grady Dick has to do to get some fucking minutes, because this guy is coming off a game in which he had 20 plus points, in which your whole team decided not to show up. And he was pretty much the only guy who's shown up for you consistently for the last month. And he is 20 years old. And this is not how you reward good play. This is not how you reward good play. And this is not how you build towards the future. I'm sorry. Fuck Dennis Schroeder, bro. I am so sick of this. Clip this. I don't care. Put it on Twitter. I am sick and tired of watching valuable late game reps being taken from players who will be on this team next year, who need those reps desperately. If you are going to compromise tanking, if you're going to compromise giving up a draft pick, which is the most valuable asset on your team that you have right now. I promise you that 6th or 7th overall pick, that 6th overall pick that you have is probably more valuable than every single player on your team other than Scottie Barnes. You have the most valuable, second most valuable asset, and thereby the most valuable piece to build a competent roster for next season, and you are compromising it to get Dennis Schroeder and Bruce Brown minutes and reps on the ball. Fuck you. God, you must be ridiculous. What the hell? Like, look, if you play Grady 30 minutes and we win this game, I'll call it reps. I'll call it development, and I will sleep easy. But what made me upset about this, and please understand, like, if you're coming new to this channel or whatever, I'm not someone who gets angry all the time this season like I was last season. I've been patient because development is important and we need to be patient. I'm not one of those lunatics out there who's saying, oh my God, we got to win now. No. But if you surrender that pick to the Spurs, which is going to be a high pick, man, no matter what you do with this season, it's either going to be a 7th pick, 8th pick, 9th pick. It's going to be a high pick. You surrender a top 10 pick to the Spurs in order to get Dennis Schroeder minutes. I'm going to literally start a fire you campaign. Don't do it, man. I don't give a shit what your personal relationship is with this fucking Dennis Schroeder guy, man. But you cannot compromise the development of your... There's no reason for Grady not to play tonight. I'm sorry. If you want to tell me that he played poorly, you're blind. He did not play poorly tonight. And if you want to tell me that the matchup was not right for him, wrong again. Matchup was perfect. I believe Grady Dick is perfectly capable of taking the matchups that you had. There's no advantage, no tactical advantage to playing small against a team this big. You were already small across the board. You're getting killed on the glass, and you had to play this fucking too stupid point guard lineup because you don't trust Scottie to play point. Well, fuck you, man, because this is ridiculous. You're playing Dennis Schroeder and Emmanuel Quickley together, and you are small across the board. You're getting killed on the glass, and I'm sorry, Dennis Schroeder is not necessary right now. Sorry, I'm upset. I need to breathe. Okay, Lane, what's up, man?
Hey, Ro, how's your day been?
It's been great. Apart from watching this dumbass game, it was great. Yeah.
So, I think I pissed a lot. I'm not gonna say I pissed a lot of people off because no one cares about what I say. But I got general disapproved by everybody in the conversation last live when I kind of shaded Darko. And I think tonight is a perfect example of why I just don't think he's the coach to lead this team.
I'm not making any final declarations on anybody based on one game. What I am saying, however, he's done a lot of good things. This one thing that he has done that's bad is the one thing that he's done that's bad. Literally every complaint I've had with Darko has something to do with Dennis. I would, if I was Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster, I would literally trade Dennis so that he can't play anymore.
Which is why I would love to see him without his safety blanket. Like, because I feel bad for judging him with his safety blanket. You know, what it feels like to me is like the 12, 13-year-old kid who still carries around his blankie everywhere. At some point, you just got to take it away from him and just let him thrive in the real world. You know, like that's what it feels like. That's literally what Dennis.
I think it kills team chemistry when you allow your leader to do what he did in Miami. When you allow this guy, I mean, do you see some of the fucking shots he takes?
Terrible.
Like, what are you doing?
Out of all the guys on the team.
Oh my God, this fucking shot selection that this guy has, contested, hoisting up threes. Who the hell do you think you are?
It's not the contested threes that piss me off necessarily. It's the dumbass mid-range shots so like soon into the shot clock that make
that too. Like, but killing transition. Like, look, I will live with Emmanuel Quickley taking dumb shots, Scottie Barnes taking dumb shots, Grady Dick doesn't take dumb shots, but I will live with Grady Dick taking a couple of dumb shots a game. These are reps that I can live with. I'm not one of those people that preaches, screw up as much as you can, be the Houston Rockets and the Detroit Pistons. I don't want that. I get that. Yeah. I know that you need table setters and veterans, but you have a veteran who's 31 years old who literally has all the terrible habits of a terrible AAU player.
I was so pissed off at the 6:30 mark. when first of all they took out Bruce Brown and put in Scottie. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. We're gonna get to see Scottie and Quickly and RJ and Pirtle and Dick all on the floor at the same time. This is gonna be wonderful. And then Matt Devlin's like, oh, and Grady Dick's coming out for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, I remember that moment.
Why?
I
Why?
honestly, if I was holding a glass, I probably would have broken it in my hands. Grady was playing so well.
He was playing within the flow of the offense. Like a lot of people's complaints.
He was such a huge part of how they got back into the game.
Yeah. He's finally learning how to play with his body, and this is not his final NBA body by any stretch of the imagination, but he's playing to his strengths right now. That's all you can ask a 20-year-old kid to do. That's all you can ask him to do. And he's playing within the flow of the offense. If the flow of the offense some nights is him taking 2 shots, so be it. If the flow of the offense is him taking 11, 12 shots, so be it. But he's not forcing anything.
He was +9 in 15 minutes, and I promise you, every one of that +9 was felt. He was great. I am sick of this. After the trade deadline tomorrow, if Dennis Schroeder has another game where he plays more minutes than Grady Dick, I'm going to the Spurs game with Vince. I'm going to yell. Literally, I'm going to be pretty close. I'm going to yell. I'm literally yelling the whole game. Bench this bum. I'm going to start a chant. I'm going to start a chant in my fucking section. Bench this bum. I need to learn German for bench this bum, and I will start that chant. God damn it.
Might have Malice in the Palace part 2.
I'm for it. I'm for it. I was raised on the streets. I'm for it. Shit, man. Like I don't like to go at a player this much because it's like it's bad taste. It doesn't seem professional, whatever. But it's not professional to do this shit either. You're compromising a very valuable asset on the team. Like, did you agree with that take that literally that 6th pick, right? If we have a 6th pick right now, let's just say flash forward a few months, we're in the 2024 draft, and you're dangling pieces on your team. Is there any player on this team other than Scottie Barnes that is more valuable than the 6th overall pick in this next year's draft?
Not at all. Before you pick that player, not at all. After you pick that player, maybe yeah. Quickly. It's like a new.
Oh, we lost them. Oh no, we lost Lane. Okay. Let's go to RJ McLeod. RJ, what's up? Lane, if you come back, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. But yeah. Oh, we got Lane back. What's going on, Lane?
I'm so sorry. Did you hear what I
said? No, you said something about a new car.
Oh yeah. Draft pick is like when you take a new car and
then you drive it off the lot,
it loses value.
Exactly. Yeah.
My fault. I'm so sorry. My internet sucks.
No worries. Yeah. Would you say your internet is Dalida? Is it German?
I don't know.
Is it a German brand of internet?
Spectrum's might be German. Dude, I found this great picture. I'm actually going to send it to you after I get off this live. I'm going to go on Twitter and I'm going to just put it in your comment section. It's Hitler leading a speech, and instead of Hitler,
oh my god, no.
Schroeder.
Yo, what the fuck?
It's freaking great. I post it on my Snapchat every
I must say just in advance, please don't post that on my timeline.
Got you. My fault.
Please don't. Please don't. It's deeply insensitive. As much as I hate how Dennis Schroeder plays basketball, I cannot compare him to that. Yeah. Okay. So RJ McLeod, what's going on, bro? Thank you for immortalizing my 2K player. What's going on?
Yeah. Man, my serving people, when you guys are mad, you guys are mad. And that was an epic rant you went on earlier. But
we burn hot, we burn hot. Yeah. It must be all the wars that we went through. We're a passionate people, like yeah. we are a very passionate, we're a very passionate people. Yeah.
Did y'all see in the fourth quarter when Scottie, I think it was a screen handoff. He did a screen handoff for Schroeder, and then Schroeder dribbled into 2 defenders and shot a contested shot when Scottie was open, and Scottie didn't get back on D because he looked mad. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Like the number of times that, so here's the thing, camera angles are deceptive, but when you actually watch the game, like when you see it like on a wider angle where they're not, closing in and you can see the whole court, or you're sitting courtside, whatever, you see all the mistakes that Dennis Schroeder makes, especially if you go to the games. If you do, or if you're someone who's buying tickets to see any games this season, I suggest you sit really high up. Really high up. Like those, I'm not saying nosebleeds, but like, you know, those they're not box seats. Like what the fuck are they? Like those little like lounge seats at the top where you can see straight down. It's like the angle is fucking beautiful for understanding the game. What I mean. And
Right.
the product is ass. No, product is fucking ass. But the angle is great to really learn the game. And I feel like attending a few games from that angle has been life-changing for me. Notice the number of times that Dennis Schroeder kills an advantage that your offense has generated. And first of all, this offense generates so few advantages to begin with that any person who kills 6 to 7 advantages a game is honestly like on my hit list. So yeah, just not.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Scottie and Yaku, really doesn't have anyone that consistently hits the advantage. And Schroeder, he doesn't help it because I think I did put it on your timeline. He runs into the opposing rim protector and takes a contested midi. It's like the
And then he
third
falls
time in
out of
3rd game.
bounds. Honestly, cameramen and women everywhere are not safe with Dennis Schroeder. Just rolling into these people. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know Dennis Schroeder. I don't know anyone around Dennis Schroeder. At least with Fred, like, I had some context. Like, I knew people around him and stuff like that. So I had a better idea of him. Schroeder, I don't know his wife. I don't know anybody around him. But I can tell you just from watching this guy that if I was on a team with this player, I would literally be losing my mind on the bench and in practice. Like, he just, something about him rubs me completely the wrong way. Listening to him talk, listening to him answer a question, watching him play basketball, everything is just so pompous and arrogant and deluded and fucking crazy that I have no doubt that this is a reason that he is on his like 8th, 9th, 10th team, whatever the fuck he's on. Because when you are this type of personality, you come on strong and you burn out quick, right?
True.
You're not built for long-term, like sustained relationships. Sustaining relationships with people requires balance, requires empathy. People like this typically burn out. They burn their bridges very quickly. So I'm very happy, first of all, that he doesn't have a 3-year deal. That's my biggest, thank God. I'm very upset that he has a 2-year deal, though. And I don't think that this guy is going to fetch you shit on the trade market right now. Like any talk of like a 1st-round pick, get the fuck out of here. There's no chance in hell he's going to be a 1st-round pick.
2nd rounders. And I'll take
a 2nd-round pick, I'll take it. I'm on record. I'll take a 3rd-round pick. I'll take a 4th-round pick. Is there a 5th-round pick? I'll take a 5th-round pick. I will take, I don't know. I'll take some prospect like that hasn't played in 18 years or something that's just on someone's books. Just trade him for him. I understand that he's a valuable player. He has definitely he's outplayed his contract. Just an FYI. To be completely fair, he is better than his contract suggests in terms of just value. But in terms of fit, leadership, chemistry, these things are very bad. Every controversy this year, 90% of them have been him. 90%.
It's a consistent thing throughout his career, too. Like in Atlanta, he had problems with Jeff Teague. The thing with Maxi, what's his name? Maxi how do you say his last name?
Maxi Kleber.
Kleber? Okay, yeah. Him too. Like, there was this thing, kind of off topic, but like, a while ago, like Devin Booker posted this thing about his mom passing away and Schroeder commented some really weird emojis. It was just odd. I don't know, he's an odd person.
That is odd.
705 machine gun. Today, Rob hates Schroeder. Tomorrow it'll be quickly. He is no different than Schroeder and Fred. No, he's very different than Schroeder and Fred. Very different. Emmanuel Quickly is not a dumb basketball player. He's not a selfish basketball player either at all.
He has redeeming qualities. He's just in a slump right now.
Yeah, he's like, no, Emmanuel Quickly is one of my favorite players in the league. That is never something I've ever been able to say about Dennis Schroeder. I didn't like Dennis Schroeder in Atlanta. I didn't like him ever. To put this into context, so I played a lot of like 2K in my life. There are players that I always trade for. There are players that I may sometimes accept as part of a deal in one of those like those my GM mode. Ironically, RJ McLeod, yeah. And then there are certain players that I will never, ever, ever, ever trade for. Dennis Schroeder is one of those players. In every team that I think I've ever managed on 2K, he's never been on one of my teams. Can't stand him.
Who else is on that list?
Fred. I literally every time I started 2K, I traded Fred within a heartbeat, and I promoted. If it was 2K17, I promoted DeLon. I traded Fred. Yeah, he was just a player that I always traded out.
Yeah, his shot is so slow in 2K. He's useless.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing. I don't want to win. I don't. I always think of it like, hey, I'm building a champion. I want people to get championships that I actually want to win championships.
Yeah.
A guy that I usually do trade for is Kyle Anderson. That's one guy that I usually do trade for.
Minnesota's
Slow-mo.
dangling the hell out of him right now.
Huh?
Minnesota's dangling the hell out of him right now.
Take
Like
him.
in trade talks?
He's not a part of their future. It's so weird.
Wait, why?
I mean, I understand not being a part of the future, but like, if Kyle Anderson's your 7th or 8th best player, you're a deep playoff team.
Facts. And that's what they're aiming for. I don't know why
Yeah.
they're dangling him.
Antoine, Scottie isn't a better scorer than RJ right now. I see why you say that, but I think he is. The reason you're saying he isn't is partially because he's way, way, way more open. He's not grabbing three defenders to him the way Scottie is. Also, you're kind of judging Scottie on like dead legs right now, whereas RJ is not playing on dead legs. So RJ's had a ton of breaks. He's had games off, etc. So he's just a little bit more, and he also doesn't play very much on defense. So yeah, I think this is pretty misguided. And if you were to compare their numbers as shooters, if you were to compare their numbers as finishers, if you were to compare their numbers as passers, I know that passing is not necessarily part of scoring, but it is for me. Scottie's way better. Yeah. Anyways, but yes, I see why you're saying that though. I get everyone who's saying that. Yeah.
In my opinion,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, in my opinion, I think the only thing that RJ right now, over the course of his career, does better than Scottie on offense, and I'm wondering if you agree with me, is that he hunts matchups better. I feel like Scottie sometimes kind of goes away when he has a smaller player on him, especially this past year, where I've seen RJ hunt matchups. Like, I think Scottie leaves every game at least 4 to 6 points on the table from just not taking advantage of a favorable matchup. And that's something that's so easily fixable. Like, it's not even really a critique. It's just more or less.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but I will say, like, to anyone saying he's better, like, look, here's the thing. To the people who say like, oh, Emmanuel should be point guard, Scottie shouldn't be point guard, or something like that, or RJ's better than Scottie. What can happen if I'm not careful is in defending Scottie, I can turn into a bit of a hater of RJ or Emmanuel quickly. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not falling for the bait. I won't fall for the bait. RJ has redeeming qualities. He's certainly a talented player. The concept of if he's better than Scottie is ridiculous. It's insane. Just shut up about it. If you think he's better, you don't understand basketball. You really don't. Like you just don't get it, right? Like it's not even close. It's not splitting hairs. It's not, oh, the 25th best player in the league and the 35th best player in the league. No, it's like the 25th best player in the league and the 112th best player in the league. It's a big gap. Maybe 112 is generous right now. RJ does some things well, just like Bryce McGowan's and Nick Smith Jr. do some things well. The lineup data was conclusive in New York. The Knicks were better with him on the bench. They were better with Quentin Grimes playing.
Yeah.
If you asked an average New York fan, they would tell you that RJ Barrett was probably their 8th or 9th best player. No cap. So if the 8th or 9th best player is better than the guy you're building around, then you are truly cursed. Trust me, he's not as good as you think he is. He has been better as a Raptor, though. He has redeeming qualities in the sense that he is a slasher. He has athleticism. And with Scottie drawing so many doubles, he is optimal in this role as like attacking weak side, attacking like the weaker defenders. But you're going to see like as a shooter, he gives up a lot. If he's not wide open, like if you force him to put it on, like trust me, in a playoff setting, I think like he has some redeeming qualities too because he gets paint touches. He gets to the rim. He's tough. That's the thing I like about him. He's tough and he plays well in transition. But his ball skills, his passing, his overall ability to manipulate, shift the defense, his counters, his like total skills package, it's just not even close, man. It's not even close. And there are like there are easily 100 players in the league that will help your offense more. I'm saying easily because it's probably a lot more than RJ Barrett. That being said, he's 23 years old, and I have hopes that he can be like a top 70 player in the NBA. That would put his contract into almost fair value range. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys I have a question for you guys. You guys think in next season, like I see what we're trying to do in quickly, which is develop him as a passer. But do you think next season we will take that bounce as Scottie's main facilitator and quickly a second? Because I don't see this role as being optimal.
Yeah, I think we will. And again, Scottie's skill work is probably a little bit behind, if not a lot behind IQ and RJ's, which is why people can come to these somewhat absurd conclusions about them being better or him being better or whatever. But once that skill work does catch up, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that the ball will go through Scottie a lot more. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, he's an all-star. Like, you know what I mean? Like now we can say that he's an all-star. Felt really good to go on his basketball reference page today and see that stamped right there, one-time all-star. I was like, whew, nice. This looks good. I loved his reaction. Did you hear it to making the all-star team?
He said, great for my organization and for my team. And that's a true leader.
It's like he looked like he didn't even give a fuck. Like, to be honest, like I don't want to put words in his mouth. Obviously, it's a meaningful thing for any young player to make their first all-star team. But given the context of the season that he's having, I guarantee you that if the Raptors were 500 right now and he made the all-star team, he'd be glowing with smiles. But doesn't that give you the clearest expression of who he is as a player? Like, do you think that if you had asked, like, I don't know, I don't want to name a particular, like, if Dennis Schroeder had somehow managed to make an all-star team this year, you don't think he'd be like sitting there, like, pounding his chest saying, like, oh my God, I worked so hard for this. I'm so proud of myself, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like winning has to bother you. Like, losing has to bother you. Like, for me to support you as a player, like, I have to know you hate losing. Like, I'm going through, like, sometimes I like to diagnose myself, you know. I like to look through the history of my basketball consumption tastes and players that I really supported. And I'm like, who are the players that I really vouch for? Who are the players that I've loved? And what do they have in common? And I feel like apart from Vince, maybe every player that I've really, really, really gone to bat for hates losing. Like, hates losing more than anything. Like, no amount of personal success, no 50-point, 60-point game is going to ever make them losing okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what matters the most.
It does. It's because this is a team game. That's all it is. It's a team game. You can put 40, 50, 60 points. That's why I can't stand Joel Embiid. It's why I can't stand Fred VanVleet. It's why I can't, because all of these guys, yeah, they talk about winning, they talk about championships, they talk about whatever, but at the end of the day, that's just it's another thing. They're like playing Pokemon with this, you know? Like, yeah, I could win a championship, or I could win MVP, or I could be an all-star, or I could make first team All-NBA, or I could get a max contract. And all of these are like almost equivalent goals for them.
Right.
There's no hierarchy of like championship is the ultimate, you know?
First priority.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be the priority. I've talked about this. I don't want to talk about it again, but like, there's no such thing as priorities in this world. There's only a priority. That's the only thing. The word is a priori. Priority means one thing. Priority is championship. Then all the other shit is just secondary. Yep. That's it. It's not a priority. Championships are the priority. MVPs, All-Star, All-NBA. This is all given in the context of pursuing a championship.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be like finding money on the street in the context of going for a jog in the morning versus going out looking for money on the street. Like, you know what I mean? The pursuit is the jog. The job is the jog. You know, the task is the job. And if, you know, during the context of the jog, you find something, like, $50 on the street, then that's game. So I think of like all NBA the same way. The concept is chase championships. If in the process of winning a championship you make all-star, all NBA because you're just that good, or you make defensive player of the year, what I don't want to ever see is the guy trying to like disrupt his entire team's defensive rhythm to chase blocks so that he can win DPOY. I hate that. I can't stand
That's on
that.
Whiteside. Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah. Or like trying to pad his numbers, be like, oh, well, I'm a guy who averages 4 blocks a game. No, man. Like, to me, it's all about winning. And if you're not like, I don't want to say depressed, but like if you're smiling on the bench when your team's down 30, like I just can't get behind you as a player. Just can't.
I think I agree with you. I think that's why I like Gary Trent Jr. so much. His emotions show with how the game's going.
He's indifferent.
He's such a great teammate for all this shit that we've put him through here in Toronto. Not we, but like the coaching staff and front office has put him through here in Toronto. He's been nothing short of a professional. And if this was his last game as a Raptor, then shame on the organization. Quite frankly, he is exactly what you want, not only next to Scottie, but on this team. Yes, he's not a leader.
I don't think so.
But he leads by example.
I've come a long way on him, but I'll push back on that. I don't think he's exactly what you need next to Scottie. I think he's, by default, might be your best option because he's a really good three-point shooter right now, and he's shooting 50% from three, and he's trying hard on defense. The ideal teammate for Scottie is like
Grady Dick in his final form.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
No, the ideal, like if I could, okay, so here's the thing. I was thinking a lot about like how good is Scottie and how good does his second best teammate need to be? And I've come to the conclusion that if you're going to be a good basketball team, his second best teammate has to be almost as good as him until he takes like a massive step forward, right? Like if you're planning to be a 45 win team next year, you need another Scottie Barnes. Basically, you need a guy who can be like 4 to 5 boxes minus.
Like Sabonis and Fox, basically. You want a 1A, 1B.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the perfect way to put it. RJ ain't that, and Emmanuel quickly ain't that. So you need a player better than these two guys, right? So now I'm thinking around the league, who is that guy? Who could I put next to him that's that good? Let's think about it.
Who's that guy or who's available?
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy? If we could pick anybody off of any team.
Okay, let's do something really cool. I have both of you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a computer in front of you?
I can grab one. Hold up.
Okay, let's do something cool. This is going to be a fun little game. It's going to be called the Scottie Teammate Draft. Okay. We are going to have a top 25 players, and we'll take some players off the list just to be fair, like no Jokic's, whatever. But we'll sort it by Basketball Reference.
Okay.
In terms of value of a replacement. And what we'll do is we'll just do a draft and we'll see like who are those players and like exactly. So like guys like Lauri Markkanen.
That's what I was gonna say.
Bozy, St. Dennis Schroeder. Bro, I will ban your ass, bro. Like I was straight Cade Cunningham and Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go to leaders. Let's sort by, I think the best way to sort would probably be value of a replacement. Okay, and we'll just filter out the top 10 guys and then we'll go from there. So no superstars basically, because all the top 10 guys are going to be like superstars. Okay, so here are the players that are going off the board right now. Jokic, Shea, Luka, Giannis, Embiid, Sabonis, Halliburton, Kawhi, Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell. They're all off the board. Can we let's just take the next 20.
Yeah, we should extend that.
Yeah, okay, so basically under Scottie and so we're starting at Chet Holmgren and let's go in
Fred VanVleet.
Fuck. Yeah, these were right there. Fred is actually a really great teammate for Scottie if he wasn't Fred VanVleet. Okay, so I will start. Oh my God, what is happening here? Okay, cool. So I will start with the first pick, and then we'll go to Ghostface / RJ McLeod, and then we'll go to Lane with the third pick. So my first pick. So basically, we're gonna cut it. The cutoff is gonna be Lauri Markkanen. Can you guys see the screen, or should I make it bigger?
Yeah,
I should make it bigger. Let me make it.
Wait,
bigger.
Chet or Lauri? Who was gonna be the cutoff?
The cutoff is number 20. So the cutoff is Laurie.
Okay.
Wait, you guys
Damn,
can't
what
see
would I
this.
pick?
Can you? Hold on. Let me try to put this on the side. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So the cutoff is Laurie right there. You can see the screen? Okay. So
Yeah.
my first pick, it's probably going to be Anthony Edwards or Tyrese Maxey, to be honest with you, but let me just see. One sec. With the first pick in the Scottie teammate draft, I pick. And this is just for next season. So no future value added of Victor Wembanyama, et cetera. Okay. It's just
Right.
like next season. Okay. I'll pick Anthony Edwards.
I'll take Maxey.
Okay,
Damn.
so we're just going literally in order of value replacement so far. Okay, yeah. Lane, what's your pick?
Give me Kyrie. That'd be very interesting.
That's interesting. Okay. Let's go next up. I'll go Devin Booker.
Take Laurie.
Laurie's off. He's at 20.
Oh, that was the cutoff?
Yep,
all right.
Laurie was the cutoff.
I'll take J.A. I'll take Jared Allen.
Really?
Yes. A lob threat. a
Over
rim protector.
Kristaps Porzingis and Damian Lillard and
I've
Zion
seen-
Williamson and De'Aaron Fox and bro, really? For real?
I've seen. Well, if I want Scottie to be, I've already taken Maxey as his 1A.
Oh no. This you're not building a team. These are
this is-
no.
okay.
This is not a team. You're literally doing the draft. So basically what you're
Alright.
saying right now is of all the players on the board, your choice right now to build around Scottie and X player is going to be Jared Allen. Not
Okay,
you don't
okay.
get
I
you
thought
don't
we
you
were
don't get
building
to
a team.
keep Tyrese Maxey. We're not building a team around Scottie. This is just
Oh, okay. That makes
okay.
more sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Yeah. Then I'll take Fox.
Okay. That's another player off the list. Who else? Okay. Next up, Lane.
Yeah, so I just have a wet dream about surrounding him with shooters. So give me Desmond Bane.
No, that was gonna be my next one. Shit.
Really? Okay. Cool. I will take. I'm very tempted to say Jalen Williams here. Very tempted. Paul. Do I really want to go with Paul George?
Don't do it, man. That's my pick, man. Don't do it.
Damn, I'm definitely not getting Paul in.
I'm gonna go with Kristaps Porzingis.
I'll take Paul George.
Okay.
Hear me out. It's not the sexiest pick. And I know I'm going to get called a homer by Rob for it.
You're gonna pick Gary Trent, aren't you?
No. But I mean, this would be the perfect point guard next to him. Like if you're gonna run
Trae
Scottie,
Young?
their point guard, no, Mike Conley.
Oh my God.
It's not the same.
First of all, I love Mike Conley, but what the fuck? You gotta be kidding.
I feel like it works.
You took Mike Conley over
I feel like it works.
Jesus.
Does it not? Okay, look at Mike Conley's like percentages this season on the efficiency. Like that, he doesn't take more than like 9 shots a game.
Yeah.
And
I mean, bro, I'm tempted to find Mike Conley on this. Oh shit, he's right there. Fuck, what? Oh my God. He's been great this year, but he is 36 years old. You do have to factor that in. So
but-
at 37 next year, like yikes. And I also don't think that you really want to see Mike Conley on a team where Scottie Barnes is his best teammate and he's his second best teammate. That's ass.
True that, but I mean, in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, Mike Conley is your fourth best player or third best player, and he's excellent. Okay, but in this world, in this completely crazy world that you've just built, you just picked Mike Conley over Trae Young, Derek White.
I don't think Scottie and Trey would vibe. If he didn't like playing with Fred, he's definitely not going to like playing with Trey.
Fact.
Trey is way better than Fred, bro.
Trey is.
He's a great passer. He doesn't play defense, but he's a great fucking passer.
Have you not seen what DeJounte Murray said about him? To like
What'd he
fan DMs. He's like, ask everyone here how this year and last year has been with the best player. It's been hell. Ain't nobody having fun. He said that to a fan. So, I mean, that's a direct shot at Trey.
I don't doubt it. Okay, cool. Okay, next up, picking. Dun, 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 dun. I'm inclined to say I'm just gonna go with Wemby here. I pick Wembanyama. Just defensively.
Give me Dame.
Dame, okay. Lane going off the board with Dennis Schroeder next, are just gonna kill me right now.
Yes, sir. Give me Jaylen Brown. There's a lot of Scottie. I feel like every time I see a basketball reference, like, you know, when you can compare two players, I feel like everyone I see is like Scottie and Tatum. So just give us Tatum's best teammate and let's make it work.
He's not Tatum's best teammate.
I'd say Porzingis.
Wait, who do you think?
I already picked Tatum's best teammate, which is Porzingis.
You think really? Okay. I mean, yeah.
Hell yes.
I
mean,
don't think the
where is
but-
Jaylen Brown on this list right now? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is, 62. All right. As far as statistical outliers go, you skipped a lot of people to pick him. I get it. Okay, my turn next. I will pick. I will pick. Don't do it, Rob. Don't pick Rudy Gobert. No. I'll pick Brandon Ingram.
Man, that was gonna be my next pick. Fuck.
And that's actually a really good one. Damn. All right.
Lane is sitting here like, oh, my bad. I picked Mike Conley over Brandon Ingram.
Yeah. Now I feel stupid. Dude.
Okay. RJ, what up? Next.
Okay. Yeah.
I will remind you, it is for next year. So you can bet
Right.
you can bake in a little bit of upside and a little bit of downside in some of these players.
Going off that, give me Kobe White.
Whoa. Really?
Yes, bro. His dribble penetration is on another level this year, and his 3-point shooting. And you said banking on upside? Yeah, give me Kobe White.
Holy shit. Okay. There's like 10 guys that I would take over Kobe White right now on that are on this board.
We mentioned the upside.
Yes, I did mention upside, and like you've left Franz, Evan Mobley on the board. You've left a lot of really good young players on the board who might not be as productive as Kobe White right now because they're a little bit younger, but they'll be better than him next year. I mean, look down this list. And
Mobley, yeah, you have a case, but I would take Kobe over Franz. But it's not like by a large.
I wouldn't. But fair enough. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Okay, so I'm gonna go with I just really don't like Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go with do I go with Jamal Murray, or is he just so ass cheeks on defense that I can't bring my head around it? But then like everyone's got issues. I'll go with Jalen Williams here.
Damn it.
Give me Triple J.
That's a good pick. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. Where the hell is he though?
He's like 80th, I think. No, he's 87.
Okay. Okay. As far as Scottie teammates go, I really don't mind Bam Adebayo. Boom. Bam. The shooting bothers me. There's probably like a lot of overlap with Scottie, but I think defensively they would be beastly.
Wait, Lane, did you miss a pick?
Oh shit, my bad. I skipped you. My bad.
No, that's all good. Take Bam.
I undo my Bam pick.
That's not. I was just gonna take Zion. I don't know how I made it this far.
You don't know how he made it this far?
I don't made it this far. Cool. I feel like that'd be a lot for a team to handle, especially down low. Scottie and Zion, your center would walk to the plane afterwards with bruises.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. I'm gonna go with I will go with Should I just go with Bam? Kind of want to go with Bam. Yeah, I'll go with Bam.
Did anyone take Devin Booker yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh fuck. No, I'll take a. Fuck. His defense is so bad. I will take. I'll take Jalen Johnson.
That's an interesting pick. Where is
Upside. He is 79.
Word? That's great.
Yeah.
That's a really good pick. I like that. I mean, maybe I'm not like super thrilled about what. Yo, D'Angelo Russell being 71 is pretty surprising here. Okay. At some point, someone's going to actually pick Emmanuel quickly, but not yet. There's no way I pick him. I'm picking Evan Mobley next.
Nice.
Wow.
Boom.
I mean,
I think so far we'll agree that I am rocking this fucking draft. But yeah, go on.
So
yeah,
0 questionable picks.
Yeah, no questionable. I've been all the questionable ones, and this next one's going to be questionable too. But when
You're
this
gonna
guy
take
was
LaMelo Ball, aren't you?
no, when this guy was a rookie, right? When Scottie was a rookie, him and this guy made a playoff run. So give me Pascal Siakam.
That's a good pick.
nice.
I like that. Okay, that's not questionable at all. But hold on, Pascal over Karl-Anthony Towns. I'll take Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, 100% cat.
I just don't think synergy wise it meshes. I don't know why. I just don't feel
He's
like
a shooter, bro. He's a
He is a-
shooter,
he
and
is
he's
a
a
shooter.
bruiser, and he's a good post defender. He's not a good switch defender, but like, man, Cat's fucking talented, bro. Like, he's so much more talented than Pascal.
no, for sure. But
Yeah.
I just don't like his personality per se. I feel
I don't like his personality either. A lot of guys were questionable here, but yeah. Okay, RJ, what's up?
I'll take Mikal.
Damn, that's a
Yeah,
really
man.
good pick. That is a
Yeah,
good pick.
size.
That's a really good pick. Okay. Okay. Lane, what's your pick?
Let's give Scottie a dog. Let's give him Jimmy Butler. That would be fun to watch.
Nice.
Yep. 35, and he can drive him to the old folks home the next year. Okay. I mean, I feel at this point we're going to take 100 players and Trae Young is still going to be on the board. That's hilarious. Warts and all, take Jamal Murray next.
Give me Herb Jones.
Oh, good pick. Fuck, that was going to be like my next pick. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure Herb would have been my next pick, but yeah, good pick. Lane, what's your next pick?
Just because I don't want to take Trae Young, give me OG Anunoby.
No,
Nice
that was my
pick.
next pick. That was my next pick. No.
Yeah, you get to take Trae Young now. Look at you.
I will not take Trae Young. I will do so many things before I will take Trae Young. Okay, it's time to start looking at rookies this year that I think can pop next year. Dear God. Okay. I'm going to take John Morant.
What
Oh,
was he?
That's so free.
151.
that's so. I cheated so bad. I knew he was down there somewhere, and I'm just like, just wait. People are going to forget he exists. Take him when you can. Okay. Yeah, I took John Morant. Just so anyone's listening out there and they tell me that I took like all these players over John Morant, just please be clear. I probably would have taken John Morant like third, or second. He might have been my first pick in this entire thing had I looked this far down. But yeah,
I'll take Jared Allen now.
good pick. Boom, 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 boom. Where the fuck is he? Oh, here he is. How the fuck did Dante DiVincenzo get so high? It's crazy. Okay.
He plays a lot of passing lanes.
Yeah. Next up, I will take Franz Wagner.
Free. Let me take Rob's advice and go for a rookie. I feel like he's gonna have a good year next year. So give me Brandon Miller.
Nice.
That's interesting.
I like Brandon. I feel like him and Scottie would really complement each other's games.
Agreed.
Where the hell is Brandon Miller? I'm pretty
He
sure
is,
he has
like,
a
near
he
the
has like a
bottom.
negative warp.
He
I'm
does.
pretty sure he has like negative. Like he might be like,
He
where the
does.
fuck is he?
And to be honest, it's really not all his fault. Like no player would thrive with the team he has.
People's numbers are their numbers. Like
They
value
are.
of a replacement and boxless minus do not give a shit that you're like, where is he for real? Like, is he like the worst player in the league? Like, where is he? Let's see.
Might be close.
Jordan Poole, 535th. Bro, I'm dead. Jalen McDaniels, 520. Next time someone tells you there are 450 players, Benedict Mathurin that everybody wanted, 512. Holy shit. Chris Duarte, who my boy Leo defends, 508. Bro, these guys are straight ass.
Grady Dick at
My poor Grady Dick at 507 because he won't get minutes. And Gary Trent at 504. Does that shock you?
Tumani Kamara that
No,
low?
he had a really bad start to the year. That does not surprise me.
He did. There are so many talented players here, like in this list, that just really gives you an idea of how talented this league is overall. Like Shaden Sharp,
AJ Griffin.
Yeah, AJ Griffin, Otto Porter, Nick Richards, who we just played. Jaime
Andrew
Jaquez.
Nembhard is this low? How is Andrew Nembhard this low?
That is a fair point worth talking about at some point. Yeah. So let's see here. Where's the actual value replacement? It's like splitting hairs here. Negative 0.1. These guys are all like in 1,000 weight high for negative 0.1 value replacement. It just means that you're just like, and also it's not fair to say they're that low because a lot of guys who are at 0 just don't play.
Yeah. Or there's
right? Like you got a guy like Lindell Wigington who's played 8 minutes. He has a 0 value replacement because he simply hasn't played enough, but he's like got a negative. So obviously a guy like Gary, that's not to say that Gary or Anthony Black are like worse than these guys or that Bradley Beal is worse than these guys. It just means they haven't played enough to make a negative impact. However, if they continue to play as badly as they played in those minutes, they would be worse for sure. Basically, there's just no way to make up for negative impact is, I think, the point here. Anyways, I cannot find your pick of Brandon Miller. I don't know where the fuck he is. I have a feeling he has negative 0.4 value replacement. Where is he? Okay, there we go. I remember his value replacement. There we go. The first player picked in the 500s by Lane, which took an extra 45 minutes. Please, no one else do that. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's just make these the final picks. No, let's not, because there's still some like really talented players on the board. There's like Drew Holiday, there's Paolo Banchero, there's DeMar DeRozan, Rudy Gay, Al Horford, CJ McCollum,
Rudy
Bradley
Gay.
Beal. I meant Rudy Gobert, my bad.
PTSD.
Okay. It is PTSD.
Oh,
I will go with I'm probably gonna go a little bit off the board here. I mean, oh, man. Okay.
Stop. Don't say who I think you're about to say.
I don't think
He's going to say Paulo.
I would never say Paolo. No. Even though he's the only All-Star, I believe, left on the board right now. I'm going to go with Dice. Don't do it. No. Can't.
No. Do it.
Nope,
Let's make an upside. Let's go into the upside portion.
I can't go with Dyson because I just don't think it's like necessarily the most seamless fit. I'm gonna go with Jalen Suggs.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take Amen Thompson.
Oh my gosh, I love you both. Give me Darius Garland so fast.
I was gonna take him, but I want to go into the upside.
I'm probably going to regret taking Jalen Suggs because I actually do like Dyson way more and they have all the same weaknesses really. But like, I feel like, and Jalen Suggs is pretty ass as a shooter as well, but he's better this year. I'm going to go with Jabari Smith.
Good pick.
Nice. I'll take. Never mind. I'm not gonna take him. I'll take Anthony Simons.
Where is he?
He's somewhere in like the hundreds, 106.
Okay. For next year, I would take Cam Johnson.
Ooh. Give me Trey Murphy then.
Nice pick.
Oh
Great
no, I fucked up. That I would have definitely taken Trey Murphy like 10 picks ago if I had remembered he existed. This sucks.
Yeah, I'm
Where
just.
where is he? Oh, there he is.
Trey
175.
Murphy is 2 away from my
One-
last.
one- No, he's 175. He's really far away from your last pick.
Wait, are you guys on value over replacement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a
Oh.
0.3 value
Okay.
replacement.
I'm an idiot. My bad.
Okay, let's go with. Okay, I gotta go with probably Emmanuel quickly at this point. I mean, wait, no, I can't. Sorry, I like IQ, but I can't quite go that far with him right now. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm taking Rudy Gobert.
Nice. All right then. I'll take somebody took OG, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'll take Brogdon.
Damn. Injury history.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where is he?
He's like 70-ish. 61.
Did you say 61?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Right there. Wow. Yeah, he's great. I really like him. And if he didn't have health concerns, I think it would be easy. But yeah, Lane, who's your pick?
Give me a Nneka Okongwu. I haven't taken a center yet, so.
Nice.
You do understand you're not taking.
Yeah, I know.
You're not building a team, right?
Yeah, I know.
You get
I
that.
just think he'd be like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to put a 5 next to Scottie right now. Like that's not one of the top few in the league.
I feel like you left players. Yeah, I like him in terms of upside. I get it. Michael Porter Jr. Easy.
Oh damn.
25 years old, shooter, sniper. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, can I undo that pick? I'll undo that pick. My bad. Miles Turner.
He hasn't shot well this year, but maybe it's just
He's
the
shooting
outlier.
34%, 33% from three. Yeah.
I mean, well, for his standards, my fault.
Yeah.
I'll take Jalen Duran.
Interesting.
Siakam, but better. Way better.
You think he's better than Jakob? I think
Yeah.
he's close. He definitely got more upside. Where is he? Damn.
His screen handoffs are so much better.
Where's
Is
Jalen
he-
Duran?
He's like 128.
Okay. All right. Lane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the band-aid off. Give me IQ.
Damn. That's a good pick. It's a good pick. All right. So just to give people a perspective on like how far Emmanuel quickly fell in this, Scottie draft. So just so people are clear. Wait, where the fuck is Emmanuel quickly? He was up there somewhere. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna go with DeJounte Murray.
Nice. I'll take Colin Sexton.
Interesting.
The way he applies rim pressure is so nice.
True.
Does his defense concern you at all, though?
I think he has moments where he could be average. Like, it concerns me, but it's whatever. Like, I'm banking on the offense.
Where is he?
It's not like you take plays
Get
off.
some contest. Right.
Where is he? Colin Sexton.
Might
If
be
I
in
had
the-
both hands free, I would just do like an alt search, but I don't. So just do me a favor and let me know what number he is so I can get to him.
I got you. Hold on. He's 59.
What? That's crazy.
Oh, he is 59. Damn.
That is crazy. Okay. Lane.
Trey Young's still on the board, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's taken.
You taking him?
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be room
yeah,
fights.
I'm gonna take Derek White.
Oh, fuck. I forgot he was still on the board. I'll take Lou Dort.
Ooh.
Number?
Can I just say something? I think it's so funny how the majority of Raptors fans want to go get Nick Claxton in the offseason. I'm not saying I'm against it,
And we
but
haven't
like
picked him yet.
not one of us have picked him.
Yeah, because there's just better players.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
is
that's
Lu
true.
Dort?
I can't find him. Hold on.
He does not exist. Jesus. Um,
I don't know, man. I don't know where he is.
you just search Dort, D-O-R-T.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't want to screw something up. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that Lu Dort was picked and highlighted. Apparently, it doesn't matter. No one else is gonna pick him. Don't worry. Okay. I'm gonna go with Drew Holiday. I don't know how you're picking Lu Dort over Drew Holiday. I guess I could see it, but no, I'm not gonna go with Drew Holiday. What am I talking about? I'm gonna go with Keegan Murray. Keegan, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
That was my next pick.
Really? That was your next pick,
Yeah.
Where the hell is Keegan? There we go. 140, 152. There we go. Keegan Murray. What is your next pick?
Tyler Hero.
No. It's RJ's turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that's
I'm so
Lane's.
sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I think it's his because I said Lu Dort, then you said
Oh shit! So
Keegan.
I skipped. My bad, Lane. It was you. My bad.
No, it's all good. Yeah, give me Tyler Hero.
Where the fuck's Tyler Hero?
130.
Lu Dort is 220.
220. Holy shit.
How did so low?
Okay. And nobody has picked Cade Cunningham yet. Interesting. Has anyone picked Paolo?
No.
Wow.
I'll take
I'm
Paolo.
gonna pick Paolo. I'm picking Paolo.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta pick Paolo at this point. He's 21 years old and he's an all-star. Yeah, I'm picking him. Yeah. Clunky fit with Scottie notwithstanding, he's still a pretty good player, and I think they can play together.
Right.
For sure.
Let's make this the final 2 rounds. This is the final 2 rounds of picks.
All right. Banking on upside, then give me Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. So I just want to clarify, these are the players you've taken Jalen Green over. Shaden Sharp. You have taken him over Asar Thompson, Brandon Pajemski, Tari Eason, Trace Jackson Davis, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Mitchell
I'm
Robinson.
comfortable with all of them outside of Asar. I think he has a higher ceiling than all of them except Asar.
Fair enough. Okay, okay, go ahead, Lane. You got next.
Give me Kyle Kuzma, 236.
I just threw up in my mouth. Okay. Oh God, no.
You're not a Kuzma fan?
Fucking can't stand him.
Really?
Okay.
Person.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, there's so many players I would have taken over him, not the least of which is RJ Barrett. Duncan Robinson.
We're talking like he's a number 2 next to Scottie, right?
Yeah. Okay, so final 2 rounds now. I'm taking Keish. Okay. I'm gonna take somebody a little bit higher up here. I gotta take bro, this is like an entire group of players we just skipped. We're just like, nope, fuck these guys. I think it's because they're older. Most of them, it's because they're older. But what about Isaiah Hartenstein and Nick Claxton? Like, they're not old. They're 25 and 24. What are we not valuing about these guys? Because I think they're role players, and we're still seeing like stars on the board, right? Like loose versions of stars, but these guys are like elite role players. There are also like a whole bunch of actual like aging stars, if you will, like Julius Randle, DeMar DeRozan, etc. I'm inclined to say right now that I'll go with Walker Kessler.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Give me Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. Okay.
Yes.
What number?
Batmobile.
He
Wait.
should be pretty low. He hasn't played much. He's
I mean,
378.
he's 378. Like, you understand you're absorbing the worst contract in the NBA. This
Yeah,
is
but it's all hypotheticals. I'm thinking more about play style than whatever front office
okay.
stuff.
So you seem to be really prioritizing this player type of like you pick Jalen Green, Colin Sexton, and Bradley Beal. So you just want like an
Yeah.
isolation scorer next to him. I'm shocked that you've left some way better versions of this player on the board.
Like who?
It's a good question. So let's talk about it. So like, who are better versions of this? Well,
But
let's.
outside of isolation scoring, I think all three of those players have improved playmaking. Green, you see that a little bit more. Beal averages like 6 assists last season. And
Right.
Sexton, he's become a really good playmaker. I just want someone to take pressure off Scottie and put rim pressure on the other team. It opens up a lot.
Right. So I mean, Bradley Beal and
3-level scorer.
okay, so you need a 3-level scorer who can put pressure on the rim, like
Yeah,
that
it'll
by
open up some
definition of
lanes.
that.
Operate as a secondary
Ben
playmaker.
Simmons not doing it for you. Okay, cool, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ben Simmons.
Markelle Fultz.
Good pick.
Interesting, right? It's not my pick. I'm just mentioning a name.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Zach LaVine, injury
No,
prone,
fuck him.
but like you don't think Zach LaVine's better than Bradley Beal?
I can't stand Zach LaVine coming up 22 seconds into the shot clock and taking a three. It's not about the talent, it's about the play style.
I'm gonna take Michael Porter Jr. here.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, like Josh Hart's still on the board. Cole Anthony. I mean, yeah, no.
I like Cole Anthony.
I have a better one in mind than all those.
Okay.
Mr. Devin Vassell.
I was just looking at the name. I was just like,
Nice.
how is he on the board?
Nice
Okay.
pick.
Cool. Okay, we totally fucked up the order here. RJ, go next.
My
and
fault.
Then, no, it's fine. RJ, go next, and then it'll be the final pick for everybody.
Banking on upside, give me Anthony Black.
What number?
380.
Okay, 380. Holy shit. Okay, there he is. Right next to Bradley Beal. You're in the trenches right now, my man. Like you're just this is the trenches of the NBA.
Should I take Schroeder next?
Bro, I'll tell you right now, like banking on upside for next year, I have a hard time picking Bradley Beal over at least like 30 guys who are left on the board right now.
No, I alternated between like
if it's just for next year, like I'm not sure how he goes over Brandon Pajimski.
Anthony Black.
No, like I mean Anthony Black. Like I mean, can you imagine a team with Anthony Black and Scottie Barnes as your two best players? Like you will be really, really, really fucking bad. But also like really, really interesting because you'll be huge because they're both backcourt players and they can both guard. Like, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, cool.
But Pajimski's an elite role player. That's why I didn't really take him. Like Black, there's a lot to be discovered there.
Yeah. Okay, Lane, second to last pick, and then final picks.
Give me the cum bucket.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh God.
You don't think that wouldn't be interesting? I feel like defensively that is interesting as hell.
I'm godding at your nickname.
Oh, you don't know that's his nickname?
That's just a horrible fucking nickname. What?
Okay, so I saw one today because him and Steph Curry, it's pretty much like them carrying the Warriors at this point. And someone's like, their nickname should be the Cum Splash. And I was like, please never say that again. Like, please never say that.
And then you said it on our very, very family friendly show. Jesus. And that is after bringing up a German dictator in reference to a black basketball player. Bro, if you had a podcast, I would cancel you personally right now. Okay. Okay. I'm going for final picks. My last pick will definitely be an upside pick, and that pick, I'm surprised Nickeil Alexander-Walker is still on the fucking board right now. Who is my final pick? I feel like I gotta do something very creative. Like I'm I'm scouting through what name have we missed? What name? What beautiful potential that I'd be willing to be the second best player next year next to Scottie Barnes. Jeez. It's slim pickings here, man. This zero group is really bad. Dylan Brooks, nope. Where's Asar Thompson?
Oh gosh.
Is he the worst player in the league?
I don't know.
No. Like I'm pretty sure he's negative. Wait, Derek Lively. No, I'll go with Asar. Wait, did someone take? You know who we didn't take, or I didn't take, but should take, and he's probably somewhere here. Kayson Wallace. I'm taking Kayson Wallace.
Good pick. That was one of my last two. If one of you guys didn't take it.
Yeah. Okay. RJ, last pick. You want to take a break from inefficient chuckers?
I'll take Derek Lively. Yeah.
Good pick. I was like literally hovering on it. I'm like, please take him. Okay, cool. Next up is Lane for the final pick of the draft Scottie some fucking help draft.
Yeah, so just because I don't want Rob to kick me off the show and block me, I'm not going to take Fred. So I'll take Danny Adia.
Wait, Fred was still on the board?
Yeah.
What? Where? Oh my god. Oh my god. He's literally Bro, if I had remembered he was on the board, I probably would have taken him. But yeah. But it's such a personality clash that I couldn't. But yeah. Okay. So who's your pick?
Danny Adia. Or FD. Yeah, you know.
Oh, that is the worst pick in the history of the world, bro. You literally picking a watered down Scottie Barnes, who's like a way worse version of him. Why not take a guy like LaMelo Ball?
Maybe
LaMelo's right there. Maybe so much better. No?
Then let me say face. Give me Fred. I'll say face.
Good for you. I will support that decision more than getting, like Danny Adia. I like Danny Adia a lot, but it's like, whew, yeah, that's a lot of overlap. Okay, so there goes this. So here are the players that were not picked that seem kind of egregious right now. Dante DiVincenzo. Actually, let me sort by Boston minus and see who wasn't. No, well, that would not be helpful. Dante DiVincenzo, CJ McCollum, DeMar DeRozan, Al Horford, Julius Randle, Jonas Valanciunas. I have a feeling that's all age related, pretty much. I think players I think that should have been picked, definitely over some of the players who were picked. Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hardenstein, Nick Claxton, Drew Holiday. Come on, man. You're telling me Drew Holiday is not better than Emmanuel Quickley, who I picked, like Kobe White, next year? Like Drew Holiday is the ult. You know what's fucked up? Can we add one more draft? We're adding one more round to this. I cannot leave Drew Holiday on the board. This is fucked up. He is probably the most quintessential Scottie teammate on the entire board. How did he go over Fred VanVleet? I mean, how did he not like go over Fred VanVleet? He's incredible. Drew. Of course, Drew. Okay, one you guys can take defense, offense, personality, team fit, everything. He's great. Like he thrived off of Giannis, right?
Yeah.
And Naz Reid, how the fuck is Naz Reid on the board? It's a great shooter, good defender. How did Naz Reid go behind Anthony Simons and Devin Vassell? Like he's a better player than those guys for sure, in my opinion. Jalen Smith, a guy maybe not, right? Daniel Gafford, probably. Malik Monk, holy fuck, Malik Monk is a great fit next to Scottie. How did he get left on the board? There's a lot of questionable. LaMelo Ball is probably also like a defensively compromised player, but certainly a lot more talented than Amen Thompson and Jalen Green. Like how can we justify picking Jalen Green and not LaMelo Ball? Like on what planet? Markelle Fultz is another player who probably should have been picked at some point. Who else? Definitely should have been picked. Trey Jones, no. Mason Plumlee, no. Tarkavion Smith, DeLon Wright, no. I think the caveat here of like it has to be his second best teammate is probably what fucked up a lot of people, right? Because you're like, if he has to be his second best teammate, he has shit. Jose Calderon saying, "Hey, Jaden Ivey, that's a good one. That's a really good one. He should have been picked too." I'm actually surprised that RJ McLeod did not pick him.
I didn't see him. I would have if I did.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyone else who's strict? Cade Cunningham feels like maybe him and Scottie could work a little bit better than people are giving him credit for, but I think because Cade struggles with the shooting, but he's like a way better version. I think he also struggles defensively this year. He's been so ass cheeks defensively. Like that's the thing.
Yeah. I just don't think he adds you any value off ball. In my opinion. Like, and if you take Scottie off the ball, then what's the point of having Cade? You know what I mean? It's kind of
that's the whole thing. Like Cade shouldn't be on the ball. Like the Thinking Basketball did an entire episode about Cade and Paolo, and they said like, hey, like maybe in Cade's best iteration, he doesn't need to have the ball all the time. You know,
I think
maybe that would be the best thing.
I agree. I think it's a hard sell to him and the organization that drafted him to be Luka 2.0.
I think that's miscast. And
for sure,
crazy, frankly. Yeah.
Yeah, they cast Ryan Reynolds to play Martin Luther King Jr. That's what they did.
Pretty much. Yeah. Anyways, any final thoughts, guys? Thanks a lot for participating in this. This was interesting.
Sure,
I think.
this was fun.
Yeah. But any final thoughts?
Lane, you want to go first or?
Yeah. I just want them to take away Darko's safety blanket. I want Dennis gone so bad. I really hope there's 4 of the 5 guys on this team that aren't on this team come tomorrow. Maybe 2 are just wishful thinking, but the other 3 for sure need to be gone for one reason or another. And let's get Nwora some playing time. Let's get Dick some playing time, and let's build towards next year. Because imagine we finish 7th or 8th this year, and we give the Spurs the 7th or 8th pick in the draft, and we finish with like 27 wins. What kind of a season? Yeah, that does not sound fun at all. So
literally the worst case scenario coming true that we talked about last year. Yeah. Also worth noting, none of us picked RJ Barrett. That is very interesting and worth noting too. Yeah.
I feel like I would have picked him. My fault.
Yeah. Ghostface, final thoughts?
He hit the nail on the head about the players we want off this team, and I think if we get some new players, some young players, and we get the toxicity, the negativity off the team, you'll see a new energy in the players. Because these players they're new. They don't really care about the game unless they catch a rhythm. Like Navarro was sleepwalking through these games till he caught a rhythm. That's the thing. And 2, I seen it. I was catching up on your live streams. You had said that you were arguing in a Twitter space that Maxey was better than Brunson.
That was a joke.
Okay, I was serious. I
was trolling.
It's a wipe. It's a wipe. Brunson wipes.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's a wipe, but yes, he's better for sure. There was a person who came on to one of the Raptors Twitter spaces like very, very late at night and started arguing Devin Booker is the top 10 player in the NBA. And while I can get as high as 10, I just didn't want to go there. So I started talking about Shea. So I did a poll on Twitter. You're free to participate if anyone wants to. Follow us, Pinsire Basketball on Twitter, Pinsire B-Ball. And I did a poll. Who's the best player in this list? De'Aaron Fox, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Devin Booker, or Donovan Mitchell? Bro, Shea should have like 100% of the vote. He has 92. He's clearing. He's clearing hard.
He's top 6, top 5 player for me this season.
Shea, yeah, for sure. And none of those other guys are. So yeah, but yes, in terms of, but if right now I could pair a player with Scottie, who would I pick? Brunson or Maxey? I'd pick Maxey.
Well, it depends.
Long term.
He's long-term Maxey, but it's like, bro, Brunson. The thing that goes underrated about him is his post game. The way he can analyze the floor and stop. Like sometimes I think Maxey gets like the Benedict Mathurin, Jalen Green syndrome, where he takes a layup through traffic, and he's
Mhm.
shooting 41% without Embiid. But like
Yeah.
Brunson, he can slow down the game and analyze it so well, especially
Yeah.
through the post, which is
Facts.
vital for a guard.
Yeah.
You know who Brunson? I'm sorry, I don't want to keep this going because I know you have things to do, Rob. But do you
Yeah.
know who Brunson reminds me of? The way he analyzes the game. This is gonna be the most Raptors fan take. Kyle. It's prime Kyle Lowry. It literally is. I hate the Knicks, but I like watching Brunson for that reason because it gives me like 2016, 2017 flashbacks.
He's so
Yeah,
good.
that's interesting. Yeah, he's probably a lot more talented than Kyle.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Skill work wise. And probably a lot further back defensively than Kyle. But yes,
Yeah.
offensively,
He's not a cone, though.
he's not a cone. No, he's not a cone at all.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is playing like an all-star. RJ is the one playing like an all-star. Bro, Canada, be better. Just stop.
I knew
stop
it was gonna. I knew it was gonna.
Just
when he
shut up about this. God, shut up. He's
Yo,
not a star. Okay, he's scoring well. Can we just let it be there? Like, we don't have to go to this extreme. Like, if you're talking about, anyways, it doesn't matter. Like, I think he's been much better with the Raptors. Let's keep it positive. He had a really good game. Let's be positive. I don't want to be, like turning into an RJ hater to like diffuse the star stuff. But please stop about the star stuff. He's not a star. He's not even close to a star. There's a reason none of us. What do you mean? Michael, I don't think you are going to understand what I mean, which is fine. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways, guys, take care, and thanks a lot for chiming in. See ya. Okay. Final caller here, Lil John. We got 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to say, man, can they please get a point of attack defender? Because I don't want to watch the Raptors if Scottie is expending this much energy. Because this isn't like, he's not the same player as he was the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really frustrating because the team isn't fun if he's not playing well. And I know he can play well almost every single night, but he has to face guard Brandon Miller. And of course, his legs are just dead from all the previous games where he had to guard Steph and Shea and all these other guys. So
there was some mention of the fact that he's probably, like, if you look at a map of how much a player travels every single game, he's like leading the entire league.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but
yeah.
But like, man, like, first of all, he's missing out on so many rebounds, and those rebounds turn into transition, like baskets and drives, and those that's usage that's being left on the table, right?
Yeah.
Those rebounds are for Scottie to attack and score in the paint. So you're losing out on defensive glass. You're losing out for Scottie's usage. The team, like, can they please find a point of attack defender, because he's a completely different player since January 1st, like literally when the OG trade happened, and like he's not the same. Like, so I don't know if you know who Raps fan is on Twitter.
Yeah, I do. Rapsan23.
He was in the spaces earlier today, and he like right after the game, insinuating RJ is as impactful as Scottie, which is
he crazy? What?
Yeah, and I was like, and I was just listening, so I wasn't speaking, but I couldn't believe it, because there's just no way. So like, it's gotten to that level.
He's a pretty smart dude, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I respect his opinion, so I was baffled, and some people were arguing back and some people were agreeing with him, but it's gotten to that level. So cool. I'm like, well, I would like Scottie. Look, I would like Scottie to get back to his position.
If RJ is really as good as Scottie, which he's not, but I'm saying if he were, what a blessing for the Raptors. Then they really won that trade. Bill Simmons
but it's not true.
It's not true at all. So Bill Simmons did a trade value list. He had Scottie at 52.
That got me heated. But
I was like, bro,
that guy's an idiot.
Legit. Like the dumbest trade. Every year that list gets worse and worse. And you can just tell he does not watch. Like, I think he had Vince Williams Jr. over like 95% of the 2023 class. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you attended one Memphis game and he played well. Are you crazy? Like, some of these people do not deserve a platform. They don't.
So yeah. I shouldn't say big fan. I'm not a fan of his anymore, even though I do kind of like Russillo because he's kind of funny.
I like Russillo.
I think he's funny.
It's not everybody on the Ringer is not an idiot. Obviously, I like Russillo and I like Chris Vernon a lot. I like Chris Vernon a lot. I like him for his like keep it real shit. KOC can be okay at times. Mismatch is a great podcast. It's a really fun podcast. I like watching the Mismatch. But Bill Simmons has fucking lost his mind.
Did you hear his argument for why he's 52nd?
Yeah, he said
it made no sense.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know. I can't get there with him. And it's just like, what?
Like how do you love Josh Giddey so much? And he's literally Josh Giddey plus athletic plus can shoot.
Plus can defend, plus can rebound. Like Josh can rebound too. Yeah, no,
it's just way better.
Yeah, I think it's just a lack of exposure. No, it's not Raptors. It's just a lack of exposure. And also, Bill Simmons has been on record a few times saying like send all the Canadians back to Canada and stuff like that. So whatever. Yeah, he really legitimately did some great stuff with Grantland. I think the Ringer is something that I really respect, and obviously, like I'm not going to tear the man down for his business acumen. He's obviously watched the game. He interviewed like my favorite player of all time, Bill Russell. He had a chance to interview him in his house, the house of Russell. Such a beautiful thing. The fan in me says I really respect what he's done for himself as a basketball entrepreneur. But in terms of like, and look, we've all been there, okay, where we're trying to give expert opinion on a draft that we haven't scouted, and it just comes off stupid. To anyone who is paying attention, it's just like, what is he saying about him? He's saying he's not shooter, but he's a great shooter. That's what his coverage of the NBA feels like right now. And I think it's sad. I think it's really sad because it's clear that he's not really following some of these players that he's talking about here. And, you don't have to, I don't think you have to be a genius to realize that Scottie Barnes is a hell of a lot higher than 52. I think like there were players that he picked higher than him. He put Julius Randle above him.
Yeah, like OG, even OG. Like, doesn't he realize that Masai? Like, at least he should know that Masai values Scottie more than OG.
If the here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. Let's say the Knicks are not like everything all in for the playoffs, whatever. Let's say in the offseason they have a really disappointing, free agency. Sorry, they have a disappointing free agency. They have a disappointing playoff run. The Raptors say, we will give you Scottie Barnes for OG Anunoby and Julius Randle. Who says no?
Oh my God, the Raptors.
Exactly. So two guys that you put above Scottie Barnes on this fucking trade value list, they're not 12 guys in the league. Yeah, combined. Like it's so mentally challenging.
It was worse than that. Like he said Aaron Gordon. He has like a love for Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon does nothing on the court better.
I'm pretty sure if the Nuggets, as much as they like Aaron Gordon, if the Raptors offered Scottie Barnes for Aaron Gordon, they would add 7 picks to that package right away. It's insanity.
Like, you think, does he not think that Scottie can stand in the dunker spot and jump while Jokic gives him a easy layup?
Absolutely. And it's like all this talk about Scottie RJ, Scottie IQ, Scottie, and other players. It's very difficult to not come off sounding like you hate the other players that are being discussed in the same conversation as Scottie. It's really not about hating anybody. It's really just about giving respect where respect is due. Scottie's a very, very good player. Analytically, eye test everything. What he does is very rare. Smart general managers value that a lot. Whether casual fans will ever understand it is irrelevant to me in a grander context. But yeah. Anyways, I want to get to the post games. I also definitely need to get back to Penn Dance planning. But are you in Toronto? Are you in Toronto based?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't know. Sometimes we have callers calling in from Atlanta or wherever.
I'm from Vaughan.
Yeah. From Vaughan. Cool. All right, Lil Jon. And where'd you come up with the name Lil Jon? Is it just because of the rapper Lil Jon?
Yeah. I just thought it was pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it would have been funnier if you just came on and be like, okay.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for calling in, man. Appreciate it all as always. And yeah, let's hope for some trades tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. See you,
All
man. Yeah. Okay. And
out in the third quarter where you, as far as I've seen, you looked about as upset as I've seen you on the court, not at a ref this year. What were you thinking in that moment, and were you pleased with the response eventually?
I was not happy with intensity. I was not happy with our communication. Just the urgency was not there. In order to win on the road, we needed to be better. So I just expressed my feelings in a soft Serbian way. So,
but I mean, at the end of a trip and things haven't been going well, to have your guys go and play the fourth quarter, I think as tidy overall as they did, it's got to. It's, as a coach, you want your team to respond, and it had to be a bit satisfying.
For sure. We started again. They made the first 5 shots, and I think it was 12-3. And after that, for the rest of the game, we were winning. We were getting lead. We just needed that momentum to break it and to get it on our side. And it happened in the fourth quarter when it was the most important. And everybody stepped up there. I thought that Scottie did an outstanding job on Miller a whole night with his physicality and making it really hard on him. In the fourth quarter, RJ gave us some really good defense as well as quickly. Yak was huge there. Last couple of possessions, blocking shots, protecting the rim, securing rebounds. So all of that combined, we kept them to 20 points in the fourth quarter, and we were still able to score 32 and get a win.
After that timeout in the third, Darko said he expressed his feelings to the team in a soft Serbian way. What would be your recounting of that?
We weren't playing no defense. I mean, I wasn't playing any defense. But no, it was good. We came, we listened, we responded. Everybody locked in, everybody played hard, and we were able to come back and get the win.
I mean, he seems to go to bat for you guys quite a bit. He spends a lot of time with you guys individually. So when he does kind of raise his temperature a bit, I guess you guys feel obligated to kind of respond a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. A coach like that, always very even-keeled. So when he kind of challenges us like that, you got to respond.
What was the biggest takeaway from the road trip collectively, just in general?
Just for me, it was the little things. Two games where one, if we get a rebound, we win. Another one, if I just hold the ball, we win. So it's little things like that. We played hard-fought games in four out of the 6 games. So, just kind of learning that, every little thing matters in a game.
Are you looking forward to playing a home game?
Absolutely. Forgot what that's like.
I think you've played twice as many home games
I've been
as
on the road
games.
since December.
And then, Fred VanVleet, he won't be playing, it sounds like, on Friday, but you guys seeing Houston again so close to just playing them, what's something that, you're already going into that one thinking that from this road trip I want to bring into that game?
Saw them a couple days ago for sure. They got us in Houston, so definitely having that focus, that mindset, also just being able to, get home and get comfortable and go out there and try to get a win.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest video and subscribe for more.
Denied. Lead pass. Here's McDaniels. In a crowd. Wide open three.
I appreciate the Raptors basically compiling all of Jalen McDaniels' highlights into their YouTube coverage. It's great. Oh my God. Help me. Okay, we will do a trade show tomorrow, starting at, let's say, 11 a.m. I did not like that at all. Yes, so join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will set an alarm. I will do it at 11 a.m. and we'll have you covered. Hopefully, a lot of players are traded tomorrow. It should be an interesting trade deadline. There's been not a lot of buzz because a lot of trades happened during the month of December and January. But hey, it's February 8th. It's 11:59 right now. We're ending this live exactly on the day that is the trade deadline. Let's hope it is a fruitful deadline. I understand there's some rumors out there about Bruce Brown and potentially going to the Knicks and them dangling another 2024 pick. At some point, you take too many assets to the point where your leverage on those assets. Will you go live if Dennis is traded before 11 a.m.? Bro, if Dennis is traded, my phone will blow up with so many calls that I will be interrupted in the middle of the night, probably. And yeah, I'll go live the second he's traded if I wake up for it. Rob showed his soft Serbian at the start of this live. Hell yeah, I did, man. It's just insanity to have just quickly take you to Tankathon just as a final thing. Look at where this is all going. Hang on. So after this win, the Toronto Raptors are unfortunately tied with Memphis. Do they have the tiebreaker? That is a good question. They won against Memphis and they lost. They're 1-1 against Memphis. So I don't know how that works for tiebreaker. It's probably a coin toss. I don't like that. And the Memphis Grizzlies are very committed to losing, as evidenced by this lost 6 straight. And you can expect more of that. And you're not going to catch the Portland Trailblazers. So, bro, this win, when we look back on this in 20 games from now, this win could have been very detrimental to your odds of keeping this pick. That's not to say that if you're 7th or 8th, you can't move up. Yes, you can. But every time you win a game right now, you are getting closer and closer to losing that pick. And I don't want to lose that pick. Yeah, I was very firmly for having a competitive season. But then the Raptors did what they did the last 10 games. And now I feel like you need to figure this out. Jake Fisher mentioned Kelly Olynyk and Ochai Agbaji framework for Bruce Brown. If that actually ends up happening, Danny Ainge has lost his mind. Ochai Agbaji is really up there in terms of players that I really like. Kelly Olynyk is a fantastic pickup for this team. If they manage to turn Bruce Brown into Ochai Agbaji and Kelly Olynyk, I'm amazed. Yeah. Post-trade deadline, there's 0 excuses for low grading minutes. I agree. I would shut down guys like Chris Boucher, Dennis Schroeder for the rest of the season. There's no point. Play Kyra Lewis. Play Javon Freeman Liberty. Play Marquise Noel for all I care. You don't have an incentive to win games right now. You just don't. Okay? The team that you are trying to catch for the play-in, provided that's still on the fucking table right now. Wait, what? Hang on one second. Let me look at the Raptors. Let me look at the NBA standings. Let's look at the reverse of this, where the Raptors are in terms of catching a play-in spot. They're not going to catch it at this point. Wait a second. Wait, what? Oh my God, the Hawks suck. Okay, so the Raptors are technically 4 games out of the play-in right now. Are they going to go for it? Well, if they trade for Kelly Olynyk and Ochai Agbaji, they just might, right? Mark Anderson is back from the dead and saying, what do you think about Copper Flag on the Raptors? I mean, Cooper Flag. I think he's a really interesting player. I much prefer AJ Debonsa in the 2026 draft as far as top-rated prospects go. I think Cameron Boozer is also an interesting player to look at. But yeah, since December 1st, 68 days, according to SP, RJ and IQ have been on the road for 23 of the last 32 games. That's 14 days at home. It's a very interesting stat. Very interesting stat. Okay. As my final plug for Pendants, Pendants tickets did start to fly off today. I do recognize a few Pensire basketball people. Thank you so much for that. As of tomorrow, some trailers will be posted, so you'll be able to see trailers for these films. As I mentioned before, the lineup is super easy to navigate. If you want to see what Pratfall is, you just click on it. And as of tomorrow, there'll be a nice little link right here for trailer. I got to work on that tonight. But yeah, and it's super simple. As I mentioned yesterday, my goal right now is to fill the shit out of this event. These filmmakers are excited. They're excited because they think Toronto is going to show up for them. And I don't want to prove myself to be a liar. So if you have a cinema lover in your life, tell them about Pendants. I promise you're not going to look stupid. It's a great event. It is a fantastic event for cinema lovers. If you like stories, if you like cinema, this is an event for you. And, come out and support these filmmakers, come out and support Pensire basketball. Obviously, we've been pushing this pretty hard. And again, my offer is open. If you are someone in financial need, write me an email, pensirefilms@gmail.com, and let me know what film is interesting to you. And I will give you 2 complimentary tickets as a gift for following Pensire basketball. I will see you guys tomorrow at the trade deadline. Let's hope for some good stuff. ESPN needs IKD saying Hugo might be my favorite player next year's draft. Not gonna lie. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. And KP, thank you for the super chat. I did just during the post game, I did see Doug Smith's tweet. Fuck that guy. Are you kidding me? Dennis got the chain? I don't think you've ever seen me that completely speechless. Darko Rajakovic, here's some very unsolicited advice from a fellow Serb, someone who enjoys your team. You don't get to walk this back, my dude. Your loyalty to this lunatic that you've hitched your fucking wagon to, long after that guy's gone and on to his next coach to annoy and his next media space to dazzle, the players in your locker room will remember that you did this. And it's not going to ever be something that I will forget or that they will forget. Now, I want to support the good things about Darko Rajakovic. And if I had to list out 100 things that Darko Rajakovic has done, 95% of them are good. But all 5% have to do with his coddling and ignorance when it comes to Dennis Schroeder. I understand that you need him on your team. I get it. But that was the case 25 games ago. This was a necessity, unfortunately, born out of Fred VanVleet's decision to leave, a lack of guard penetration, paint touches. I understand. I'm not an idiot when it comes to basketball. I get it that Dennis Schroeder is a valuable player. But in terms of his shot selection, his demeanor, his leadership quality, fuck out of here with that noise. The whole locker room was cheering for Dennis. What did Dennis do? Am I insane? I'm done. Just get out of here. Wow, this guy's mad, fam. Yeah, this guy is mad. Crazy. All right. Well, hopefully the whole locker room is cheering because that's what good people do. But he made 2 threes in a row in third. Cool. Yeah. Grady made both his shots too. Man, I hope he's getting traded. All right. Peace. I'm done. I can't believe that bullshit, man. Absolutely just look, I'm just saying this from the perspective of I'm the same person who was calling out Fred VanVleet for all his cancerous, toxic, locker room shit last year and what he did. The way Dennis Schroeder plays basketball on the offensive end kills momentum, just destroys momentum. What time the trade deadline live tomorrow, bro? It's at 11 a.m. So we'll do 11 a.m. right till 3:30. Okay. So I know I said 11, but I have so much to do with Penn Dance. I'm inclined to say if it's looking like a soft deadline, if it's looking like a soft trade deadline, it might be 12 because I know I feel very confident that the Raptors are going to make a move and they may not make it until like 2:50. So I feel like I don't think I want to do like a 4-hour live tomorrow. So I'm inclined to say it might be 12. So it'll be either 11 or 12. Yeah. Where did you see that Dennis got the chain? I'm assuming it's on his Instagram. I can probably check right now. That is insanity, man. Hold on. I'm going to verify this because I don't want to, if this guy's wrong, then, Done. Yeah, here we go.
Getting basketball, gave us life over there, never quit over there. Hell of a job.
Let me know once this video goes live what was more embarrassing, Fred VanVleet's 2020 or Dennis Schroeder getting the chain tonight. It's crazy. That is gross. All right. Peace, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12, latest 12. All right. See ya.